What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Patrick here. Moving on to the next question. So a salesperson earned $700 in a week. What were the original sales if they earn these two different pay structures? So the first pay structure would be 3.5% commission only on any sales that they make. So they would get 3.5% of these original sales of whatever product they're selling. Or number two, if they're getting a $200 weekly salary plus 4% commission. So the way I'm going to go about this, so starting with number one, is I'm first going to create a function for both of these. So with number one, what would be the earnings function? Let's call it E. E, the earnings, would be 3.5% of the sales that they make. So you would take their sales and multiply it by 0.035. And let's call the sales X. So X would be the original sales in dollars. Right, so however much they sold, you'd multiply that by 0.035 or 3.5% to get the earnings for the week for this salesperson. So that would be the function for number one. Now for number two, what would be the function? Well, now they're getting a $200 weekly salary. So there's a fixed component there. So they're getting $200 per week. By the way, this E here is the weekly salary, because notice we're talking about a week this whole time. So $200 per week plus 4% commission of the sales. So 0.04x, like that. So whatever sales they make, they get 4% of that plus $200 in a week. So what the question is asking is, what were the original sales? What was X? That's what we're going to be solving for if the salesperson earns $700 in the week. So if that E is $700. So all we would do is we would plug in 700 here and just solve for this X. And the way we do that, divide both sides by 0.035. And so in this case, X would be 20,000. So they made $20,000 worth of sales of the product for number one. And over here, if we let E be 700, we're isolating for this X. So first we would bring the 200 over. 700 minus 200 would give us 500. And then we would divide both sides by 0.04. Right, before dividing anything in front of the, sorry, we don't divide by X, just by the 0.04. Before dividing anything in front of the variable that we're isolating for, we got to get everything else on the other side first. So this $200 we would bring over. You can also divide everything by 0.04 at this stage. Personally, I don't do it like that. Right, so you could take this divided by 0.04, take the 200 divided by 0.04, take the 700 divided by 0.04. But personally, I just bring the 200 over, get 500, then divide everything by 0.04. And then in this case, these cancel out. The X would be 12,500. So that's what the original sales are for this second pay structure. So in both cases, they're earning $700, and we're solving for the original sales.